And yeah, what we're probably gonna go over, I'm guessing, is just like, I guess the characters in general, and
Well, yeah, that's kind of like the main. Well, not exactly the main focus. More actually, the main focus of Avatar in general is kind of like the world itself.
that's arguable. We'll go into it when we actually start, though.
We are talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, right?
We're talking about both Korra and Avatar.
Good. I was slowly thinking in my mind, just like, is he talking about the alien movie with the blue people?
No, not James Cameron movie. I hate that movie. I don't want to talk about that.
Personally,
I like
whenever
it.
They have the name
It's such
Avatar,
a-
I'm like, shit.
It's such a whatever movie to me. I'm just like, I don't care.
I really liked it. It was like, oh yeah, fuck white people was basically the whole fucking movie, man. Maybe,
Well,
maybe,
I'm white.
maybe that's why I like it.
I'm white, so I take offense to that too. It's just like, it looks pretty, but that's all there is to it. It looks pretty. Also, ponytail sex is weird.
It's
I
an
wonder-
alien race.
I wonder how many fan arts are out there of that.
I
You
don't
look
want
it
to
up,
think
not
about
me.
it. I'm not going to look that up. I'm thinking about organs.
I mean, are there organs in the hair, or?
Just,
Kind of. It's like a nervous system.
ew.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. My hair is getting hard.
That's so stupid.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid.
Your reaction is just making this much sweeter.
Want to burn that hair off now.
Oh my god.
Bald is the only true way to live.
Oh no, my dandruff is spilling all over your face. Alright, so, welcome everyone to Mild Filler. As you can see, today we're talking about Avatar and Legend of Korra. All seasons, so if you don't want spoilers, then get out. If, you just want to stick around to know the spoilers, then sure, you can do that too. But yeah, let me introduce myself. My name's Hector, as always, and here with me is Devin.
Hey, Avatar's better.
Already starting it off. And, Michaela?
Hello.
Alright, so let's just get into it. Which one did you like more, Legend of Korra or Avatar in general?
My
Thank God,
childhood
Ariane.
is saying Avatar. I have
Devin?
less things to complain about with Avatar than Korra, so.
I already said my answer at the beginning. I saved myself some time.
Yeah.
Oh boy, you're gonna go for that rock and a hard place kind of thought process.
It really is hard because, yeah, it's like what Michaela says. Like, childhood is really calling out on the Avatar end, but like Avatar is simpler, while at least Korra tried to go more up and beyond. Granted,
Oh yes, identifying
didn't,
her as a bisexual. That was the main purpose of this Avatar.
No, I don't know about
No,
that
we got
one.
the hand holding. It's good enough, as they say.
It was just
They
heavily
stare into
implied.
each other's eyes. They're gay.
Hey, they're lesbian out in the spirit world. That's good enough.
As
I
Michaela
guess.
holds up her giant cross in front of her face.
I'm not against it. It's just that there's a difference between loving each other and staring at someone.
So
And
what,
just
did you
holding
want
their
to go
hands.
full on fucking just like, oh, let me touch your tits or something? Like, what did you want?
Hey, we probably wanted more than just hand holding.
Yes.
So,
Like
you wanted to get more lewd. You didn't want it to stop at My Love Story. You wanted to go all Bible
nothing
Black.
else in the chemistry. There's
Yeah.
no difference.
All they did was just hang out and just hand holding, and that's it. And I'm like, that's lame. Golden's
You
Opal's
guys-
relationship's better.
Hey, I thought it was fine because like they never really did anything. So like their relationship is just not really like platonic. So that's fine.
But they're
Yeah.
saying, everyone is saying that just because they held hands and stared at each other, they are a bisexual couple.
Hey, that's the fan base. If we're going by that, if we're going by that logic, then Steven Universe is the worst show ever.
Didn't the
What I'm
creator...
saying is that if what I remember from a while back ago, that was kind of like the push for the director of the show. Is like he wanted to bring out how it's something new from the show, and that was the sexuality of Korra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't he confirm that it was actually like legit?
Yep.
Yeah, I read something like that.
So I don't mind if actually, I don't mind at all, Hall, that there's a gay or lesbian couple in a cartoon show. Not at all. Just when you throw two people at each other and say they're gay with like no chemistry involved.
Yeah, they didn't explain it. They're like, hey, they hang out a couple times, and they're holding their hands right now.
We act like BFFs,
that's good enough.
We're actually gay.
Hey, I would be like super mad if they did a fucking kiss at the end. Then yeah, I'd be like, what the fuck is it? But they only held hands, which is only like, that's where they're starting, you know?
I don't know.
It could be multiple things, though.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they haven't done it before, so I don't really see it as rushed. It's only like the beginning.
I don't... But that's not a good place to begin.
Yeah, because it's ending.
Because it's the end, and that was what I didn't care.
Again, I'm not saying I love
also,
it.
There's nothing to build up to it, though.
I mean, they weren't really building up too much. I mean, they're just holding
Yeah,
hands.
it was
It
just...
shouldn't be a start.
You know, it's just a little fan service for the fans, being like, hey, here's a little treat. That's it.
A little more than fan service.
A little nothing. It was like nothing. I didn't even care about it. I was just like, oh, they're holding hands.
Anything about that, if I didn't know anything that the director or the fans told me, I probably would have been confused. Like, okay, they're holding hands, whatever. But I would kind of think, oh, they're going to start being a couple now, or they're gay for each other. I don't know. I wouldn't have known unless someone told me.
I got hyped for the relationship because, like, oh, it's confirmed, and all I got was a hand holding. I was just like, I don't care. Why?
I make a tease of hand hugs. That doesn't make me lesbian. I'm a straight woman.
And they barely even talked. We didn't even get that much.
I mean, they've talked, but they talk a lot like me and my friend Sam. It's just like, he chit-chat and stuff, and we tell all about our guy friends and how stupid
Man,
they
isn't
are.
Mako the worst boyfriend? Yeah. And that's,
Mako.
I guess... Yeah, no, he deserved it.
Well, yeah, he's a sucky boyfriend. Bolin would
He's
have been better.
shitty. Prince Wu shits on him. That's how bad he is.
Wow, we actually spent like a couple first minutes talking about shippings.
Getting it out of the way.
It was a pressing issue.
Alright, so I'm gonna leave my opinion.
What's even better than giving the signals for Korra and Izumi's relationship? People that worked on Avatar actually thought that Zuko and Katara would actually be a better couple than Aang and Katara, and I actually saw that as a possibility. This just was shit.
I mean, I don't think it's okay. I still don't think it's the worst thing ever because again, they weren't.
No, it's not.
You know,
it's not the worst.
Wait,
thing.
are we in the subject of Mako and Korra or Korra and Asami?
Korra and Asami and how much I actually don't care.
Yeah,
Korra and Bolin.
Okay, so I want to close up Korra Asami to give my opinion before we go any further. And Korra Asami, I think, didn't really need build-up because it never built up to something high. It's supposed to be like, oh, you know, your imagination, which, fine, you know? I don't think you were meant to care.
Too late.
That's my opinion.
It's too late because everyone in the internet exploded, and I got really hyped, and I was just like, oh, that's it? Alright.
You don't do something with these type of shows. These shows, I don't think it's that's kind of why I like Avatar more, is that love was kind of in this side story. This one, it felt more like an important part of life.
I could say that for like book 1 and 2. Not much so for the book 3 and 4.
No, 4 kind of dug in there, but 3, yeah, book 3 was... Yeah.
3 was just like, man, there's new airbenders, oh boy.
Oh boy, he's scary as fuck.
Whoa.
Man, when I really...
He can suffocate you.
Man, like,
it's pretty metal.
You know, I'm sorry for going a little bit on a tangent, but like, the episode where they like, they reminisced about all of Legend of Korra, that episode really made me realize, like, man, that shipping between Mako, Korra, and Sami, that weird fucking triangle, like, it was completely unnecessary.
It was stupid.
But it was there.
Because none of the characters ended up with each other. Apparently, except Korra Asami, which you could have done without the triangle. And it took up a lot of screen time, and it wasn't, it wasn't really that entertaining on my
Then again, Hector, the only reason Asami was around is just because she got bumped into Mako and they started dating, and also her dad's a bad guy in book 1. And that's all the relevance.
And
That's
he dies
it.
in book 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I saw that coming a mile away.
SWAT.
Whoops, Kuvir is striking again.
He kind of died not prematurely, but just like, I'm gonna die, bye.
Tisk.
All sacrifices must be made.
So yeah, I still as far as like reminiscing episodes go, I still preferred the theater one in Avatar more than I did the one in Legend of Korra.
Yeah, because the Korra one's just box of bubbles just talking about, like, going over the scenes. I was like, whatever. At least the Avatar one had more to it at the theater, so it was more creative. I just couldn't stand it because the performance made me cringe.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my. What's funny because it's one of my favorite episodes.
Like, God, they were so personally bad that I couldn't deal with it. I'm like, oof.
So I got another one. As a character, who do you like more, Korra or Aang?
Aang. Aang's more fleshed out.
I don't know.
Because you could say multiple personalities about Aang without breaking a sweat, but with Korra, it's just kind of like generic stubborn chick who becomes lesbian. Oh, hey!
I mean, I find both characters to be like really cool because like how the Avatar was reflected is like Aang is already kind of like, he's pretty good internally. Like he doesn't really need some giant enlightenment inside. It's just that externally he's trying to be better, such as with the bending and whatnot, and trying to actually like solve the actual individual problems. With Korra, it's the opposite. With Korra, it's the opposite. She's already fine externally. She already knows all the fucking bending, and she can already go into like Avatar state and shit. The problem was internally. She's trying to be more lightheaded. She's trying to know shit. I don't know. I think that's really cool how they kind of like flipped it around. I gotta say I like maybe Korra just a little more, simply because there was more personality to her. I see. I mean, that's not saying I don't like Aang. Because I see Aang as like, I'm a monk. I don't kill people.
I do too.
And that's really all I saw. I mean, he was a kid.
He's a little monk. He's only like 12, even though he's 112. Whatever.
Well, it doesn't matter the age. What matters is like what we got in the end, and that was just his personality.
I feel like he grew more.
Huh?
With Korra, I feel like she developed generically, and this is because she's been watching a lot of cartoons in her life.
I don't know. I feel like I would say Aang developed more generically, because all we got from him was just like, man, I gotta handle Fire Lord. I gotta do this. He stand up with the pressure.
Kill him.
Yeah. He was just scared of the pressure of the Fire Lord and didn't want to kill him. That's all we got from Aang.
Korra was a stubborn,
at least with Korra, was like she was super stubborn and angry.
I've seen it before.
I don't know. Well, I would agree with you except for PTSD. I thought that was actually kind of cool. Because that was just like, wow. She's dealing with this pretty hard. And it was kind of cool. Probably one of the better parts of Book 4.
Maybe I also just kind of liked how Aang kind of grew with the elements. Well, not elements, but him learning how to bend brought out a couple characters of him.
Yeah,
with
I'm not
Korra, she had to learn about the spirit world, which only brought out one thing.
I mean, I'm not underhanding Aang. Like, Aang is a fine character,
Yeah.
He's alright.
He's not as he's
perfect,
better.
No.
He's better than most anime main protagonists. I mean, that much I can say. But
I would say he's about tied for me.
That's your end, man. But I just see more in Korra because, like, she goes through some internal shit that I don't see very often, like in any fucking show. Because
I agree.
Aang is fine because, like, you gotta learn elements or whatever. Like, I've seen this with other things, like, I have to master the ways of my hidden technique or whatever. Like, I've seen it before.
That he didn't want to master firebending because he accidentally burned Katara.
Yeah, that's true. I remember that.
And he got envious over her Jet because Katara was dating Jet. He had multiple feelings and reasons that blocked him, and it's just like, wow.
Right.
All I got with Korra was a giant-ass love triangle that was really unnecessary.
Like, okay, here's what I see in Korra. She's definitely, she changes over time. Like, there's a drastic change between point A and point B, which I really like, at least, development. So, I'm going to briefly go over it. She was hot-headed, quick to judge, and eventually changed into self-doubting. A lot more negative emotions, you can say.
Edgy.
I wouldn't say edgy. That was Mako. Because at least she fucking tried to socialize.
Yeah, she did.
It's just like a few things that she already had. She definitely stood up with people's less bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
when she called out bullshit, she called it out. And just kind of like took it, be like, okay, I guess this is happening.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not underhanging Aang as like an individual. It's just like as being the main character, I feel he could have carried out more. But again, like, it's fine. I'm not saying it's terrible because I understand what he is. It's just I'm only describing what we got.
Yeah.
But all right. We're only here to like talk about each other's stances. I'm pretty sure like none of our opinions are going to be official on the wiki page, being like, this is the best Avatar ever.
That's stupid.
That's
a dumb thing, though, huh? Yeah.
Actually, what do you think about that? What do you think about, like, who do you think actually was the better Avatar?
Aang.
Alright.
Like, doing his job, Aang is better. Because Korra got her ass kicked so many times it got annoying.
Like 80% of the time?
Korra had to use her... Everyone else had to do her shit. Aang tried to do it alone, and he did do it alone.
Well, he needed help.
Okay, yeah, he learned from a lion turtle, but that was probably about it.
He needed everyone to do their help with invading the Fire Nation, to be fair.
Yeah,
but
like, Aang got like, a lot of help, dude. Like,
I guess what I am trying to say is, like, at the final battle, where it's just one-on-one, Korra probably got her ass more kicked than Aang. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I definitely want to say this. The last battle to fucking Avatar is way better than the last battle to Korra.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It felt more climactic. It felt more... It felt more satisfying once the fight was done. You know?
Yeah.
Kuvira's a cool character, but she's, like, misunderstood, and that's not
I don't know.
what I want
Quote
to add
unquote.
on.
I don't know, man. Like, Kuvira, like... Oh, it's
Kuvira's
fine.
Crazy!
It's fine that you murdered everyone. She's an orphan, guys. It's okay.
It's fine. We're trying to justify this terrible, terrible person. And it failed for me.
It's just so weird, like... She is easily the most stubborn character that I've ever seen in Avatar, minus the fucking general from the first season. Like,
Maybe they're related.
I mean, no, that guy was... Well, I guess... Nah, he couldn't be. He was in Fire
They
Nation.
could.
I guess it's possible, but I doubt it.
He was a military general. She is a general.
I don't know. I don't know about making this connection. That's like saying, like, Sokka had dark skin, so that was clearly Top's second husband, because she had dark skin too.
What are you talking about? Sokka doesn't exist in Korra anymore.
Ain't that the truth?
We don't hear a peep.
Yeah, that's
One
another
time.
thing. What the heck happened to him? Did he just die? I don't know.
Yeah, that's all we know. He just died.
Cause man, dude, like what I had in my head playing out in season 4, wouldn't it be the fucking coolest if, like, just for one scene, Toph, Katara, and Zuko all showed up at one time to help out Republic City?
Yeah, you got Toph.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, we got Toph briefly. We got Toph briefly, but I'm talking about the last battle. Just seeing those three, like, we don't need them to actually, like, be in the robot and shit. Just, like, them being there just for, like, a scene. Just, like, a little bit of fan service.
Like Toph said, sometimes you gotta let the kids do it.
He has a point. If we did put all three of them back together, it wouldn't exactly feel like The Legend of Korra. It would have felt like Avatar 2, which technically it is, but that's not what we're aiming.
Again, all I'm asking for, like, it's just a little bit of fan service. You know, again, just like, you see them helping out citizens evacuate. I'm not saying they have to tackle the big problem, just that they tackle the small one. And be like, okay, you know what, that's fine.
I don't know why Toph was in a jungle all this time. It just doesn't seem
She
like
hates people.
I know, but you could go to a desert.
I'm pretty sure you get more food. And doesn't, like, Toph hate the desert?
She can, because she can't see, because it's sand.
Well, she got better at it, remember?
Did she?
Yeah.
God, it's been a while.
Don't you remember in book 4? She made Ba Sing Se out of sand, with the bear and everything.
But I'm pretty sure she just is not comfortable with sand. I mean, I'm pretty sure she can do it.
At her age that she can see people across the world, I'm sure she's fine.
I think that's only because she's at the swamp.
Yeah, there we go.
Again,
And probably that's only the case because of the spirit vines.
My first husband's name was Kanto. Okay, my second
Lynn
husband's
just
name was
breaks her
Jodo.
fucking noodle bottle in rage.
And then it was Hoenn.
By the way, guys, can you hear the fucking background music playing right now?
No.
When my dad's
I
playing
can't.
it? I sure hope not, because he's fucking jamming out his music.
Wake me up.
Wake me up inside.
You don't know how unfitting that would be, because my dad's hearing the most generic Mexican music ever. And if he plays fucking Going Under out of nowhere...
Playing the Mexican drum, after that, wake me up inside.
Right afterwards,
wake up.
Right afterwards, it's the Evangelion opening.
The what opening?
The Evangelion opening right afterwards.
Oh, that was a good video segment. That was a solid video.
You know what? I'll see if I can play it for like a couple minutes right now. On the podcast.
That was a good video. It made me like even going for a second.
But yeah, back to Korra. So, who was your favorite character in Avatar and Korra? Let's split both, eh?
For Korra, be Tenzin.
Who and who?
For Korra, for me, Tenzin.
Okay.
Easy.
I can't say who's my favorite character in Avatar: The Last Airbender, because all the characters are pretty much personally very fleshed out, except for maybe a couple few.
I'm a little iffy with Katara, but yeah.
In Legend of Korra, I can't say who my favorites are.
So you can't say any.
Bolin and what's her name? Eska. I like Eska.
That's the good shit right there.
As Hector cries.
Oh man, that's the good shit.
I know, I don't like them together, but those two have to be my favorite just because of their personalities. I do like Lynn a lot too, and Tenzin's
Lynn's pretty cool.
But maybe
Michaela,
that's about it.
Michaela, you don't know how happy you made me just by saying Eska. You don't even know how happy you made me.
Because after book 2, they mean nothing. They don't show like a couple
dude.
times.
Pretty much.
I really wanted more of Eska, man. I really liked her. She could have been the May of Legend of Korra.
Too bad. You got to deal with Best Girl Elpal.
Shut up, man. It's clearly Eska.
Oh, actually, there is one thing I like about Legend of Korra, though.
Alright.
What?
The invention of magma bending.
Oh,
I don't know if it's invention.
Bending? That's awesome.
No, magma.
Lava bending's... what didn't they call it lava bending?
It's lava bending.
Remember when Bolin couldn't metal bend and eventually he did magma?
Yeah, and it was like, And even Tom's like super impressed. He's like, wow, you could actually lava bend. That's pretty cool. You might actually have a chance of being talented.
I mean, it was a little weird how he got it. It's like, oh, I panicked. I can lava bend. Okay.
Well, he was about to die, to be fair.
I don't know. It was a little bit out of left field.
You get one or the other. So.
It was actually one thing I really want to say. Like, what I really like about Korra is that they expanded on like what are the limits to each bending element. Because beforehand, you had firebending being the pinnacle is lightning. Being fucking Darth Sidious and having unlimited power. And then you had earthbending, and the metal. Well, I can't speak. The pinnacle was metal bending. And then you had, now this fucking lava bending. Well, shit. And then you had fucking water bending, which was the pinnacle of that was blood bending. And, like air, which is always kind of there, being like, oh yeah, I'm the only one. But then it literally got to the point of like, I can fucking fly.
I can fly. He can fly. Wow.
I mean, say what you will. That skill alone is fucking impressive.
It is, and it makes sense since Airbender can fly. I could believe that.
That I feel like were really downplayed with the bending. Like, think about it for a second. When you look at everyone bend, and you look at how Toph or like Katara bend, you can feel like, sheesh, they feel like they're just so small. And when you think of any type of bending, you feel like it could like destroy an entire tank. This one is like, I'm going to just smash your face with this rock. Oof. Just sometimes. I do know there are really good times where Legend of Korra has its moments, but there are times where it's really downplayed, and I think it's kind of the fault of pro bending and all the spiritual stuff.
Hey, pro bending's cool.
Yeah. Man.
Pro bending was the best part of Season 1, besides the villain.
I'd rather play the Avatar ping pong game.
No, what? I would love to pro bend if I could. That'd be amazing.
Not like that. That's just kind of meh. Also, it brings, it weakens earthbenders by a long shot.
Well, who cares?
The fairness of the game.
It's fine.
Devin's just like, I just want to fucking blast people with firebending, man.
Yeah, I want to.
Waterbenders have the entire bottom floor. Firebenders have their hands and obviously everything else on their body. Earthbenders, disc.
Earthbenders have impact.
Yeah, it's for balance. You gotta work with your traits, you know?
Yeah.
Nah.
Like, sure, they gotta aim better, but when they get a hit, they get a hit.
I also like fire ferrets. Fire ferrets are...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pabu
was cute.
Pabu is adorable.
I like him more than Momo.
Yeah, Momo was just...
Oh boy, we're gonna get into this war, huh?
I think the Fire Ferret is cuter.
Okay, I guess they're cute in two different ways.
Should we really go in depth with opinions? with which animal is cute?
Yes. Stop the presses. We have to decide this now. I don't care about anything else.
The flying bison's cuter.
I do like the little baby
flying
versions.
bison are adorable.
Yeah, they are. They are really sweet.
Flying bison wins.
I mean, I'm just a person that likes large animals more. So, I don't know. I personally really like Naga more, though. I don't know, man. Having a polar bear dog sounds like the shit. I love fucking bears and I love dogs. What else do I need in life?
Well, it's a cool concept. I will give you that. But the animal personality and Naga herself, I guess, does not live up to, like, Appa or Momo.
Because literally, Appa had one whole fucking season where they were like, man, I want to get out of here.
Appa had to deal with, like, being alone. That shit was hard.
Oh, I remember that. It's so sad.
Yeah, you remember when he was in the circus? That was tough.
You tied up Appa? I'm gonna use Avatar stain on you, bitch.
And he was just depressed. He was just like, I just want to see Aang again. I'm like, oh, poor guy.
Oh.
That's what I really liked about fucking.
Seabiscuit.
That's what I really liked about Avatar, like, way more, as far as The Legend of Korra. I mean, granted, Avatar has the advantage, but they were able to flesh out the characters way more in Avatar. Like, they had more opportunity to do
Characters
so.
are more memorable in Avatar than Korra, because I keep on forgetting Asami's name. I don't remember Eska's brother's name.
Who cares?
Me neither.
I don't remember, like, half of the villains in there. I remember Kuvira, because they made a meme out of her.
Amon, Zahir, Tarlok was kind of one.
Oh my god, you remember the second villain?
Noatak? Yeah, his
No,
name was Noatak.
yeah. Noatak and Tarlok were the brothers.
He was so... Oh.
And fucking...
No.
Tarlok was the guy that got arrested. And essentially, he kind of was an antagonist, quote, quote.
Oh, yeah, he was Amon's brother, that's right.
Yeah, Amon's brother or Noatak, whatever you like calling him.
And the two giant spirits.
Well, one. One was super...
Oh yeah, I don't know why I said both. Both suck, gosh, Zahir says.
I gotta have disorder because it's the ultimate order, a retard
do you
once
remember
said.
when Best Friends, like, said in the Captain playthrough, it's impossible to be completely chaotic?
Oh, yeah.
It's like...
Oh my god, Zahir would go crazy.
Okay, I'm sorry for plagiarizing, everyone, but what Best Friends fucking said, it's like, can you imagine someone like him that wants, like, disorder? Like, no one can be true disorder. Because imagine he goes to a restaurant and he's like, may I take your order? And then he says, give me anything that's fucking random. Just, it has to be disordered. And then he's like, alright, sir. And then he comes back and he comes up with an ordered burger. He's like, no, I wanted it disorderly. He can't do anything. Because if he decides, he's making order. If he doesn't decide, he can't tell him to not do order.
What the heck?
Exactly.
Zahir would go crazy.
There's no such thing as true chaos. It's impossible. Granted, it's also slightly impossible to do true order, but that's debatable.
Everything is gray, even though people want black and white.
Yeah, it's... Let's get out of philosophy for a second. We don't want to bore our viewers.
We gotta stop smoking our joints here. You know?
We don't want to bore our viewers of ourselves.
Sorry, viewers.
Sorry to our 5. At best.
But no, like, yeah, like, the Avatar characters are, like, way more memorable on my end, because...
I can remember almost everyone's name in Avatar, and with Korra, just like, what was his name again?
Well, I can remember because I watched it recently.
Right. But the test of time will see.
Because I look at Avatars, like, they had all these, like, episodes for an individual or, like, you know, the group. Like, everyone had a right amount of screen time. Like, there were episodes, obviously, just about Aang. There was an episode just on Sokka, on Toph, on Zuko, even fucking
Zuko's
Jet.
the best character. Oh, yeah, he did. And he died. Whoa.
Yeah.
That was, a little rough, huh?
God, it's nice to see that that those guys are still evil in Korra, the Earth Patrol guys. Some things never change.
The one thing that I was really bummed out about Avatar is that they never really had an episode with the Fire Lord does the
Fire Lord.
Can't remember his name.
Just call him the Fire Lord. Who gives a shit? Ozu, yeah, he was just whatever.
Ozin? What about him?
Was it Ozu, like the main antagonist to Avatar?
Fire Lord Ozin, which is pretty much pure evil, and he kind of passed it down to his daughter Azula, like Lord.
Yeah.
If you want to know what he's like, just look at Azula.
I mean, it's like, I kind of wish he had his own episodes to be humanized. Like, the only thing you got from him was like, man, Zuko got shafted, and Azula is treated like a princess.
But that's kind of not
and
the
I
thing.
want to rule everything.
Hector,
like,
that's not the thing about, Fire Lord Ozin. The point is, he's not supposed to be humanized. He's supposed to be like, this pure darkness. We don't want to... This is kind of a placement where we don't exactly want to sympathize with him.
Now, that's a lie.
That's
a lie, because they didn't do that. Remember at the very end when he was humiliated? You know,
Yeah,
he was
he
like,
got all
"Oh
his
man,
benefits.
what are you doing? You fucking losers!" And then, you know, even afterwards, like in the comics, in jail they completely be like, "Oh yeah, this is why I did all my shit." You know, like he started being more human in the comics, so it's like sure, maybe in the show he was holed up a little more throughout the whole thing, but it's just like, I don't know, it just would have been nice to do it.
I agree.
I mean, I still kind of want more answers, but give it a break. It's an American-run cartoon show, so there's only so much time in the world.
Well, I mean, that's not saying the fucking Japanese writers are any better. Everyone's on an even playing field. Because, I don't know, man, like, I look at Aang and Korra, Avatar and Korra, and I see just, like, this show has way better writing than most fucking anime that I've seen.
Yeah.
I think this writing is fucking solid.
Though I honestly didn't exactly see it as an anime when I was a kid. Then again, I was a kid and I didn't know what Inuyasha was, but I watched it at 6 a.m. in the morning. But
yeah. You had a conflicting opinion, Devin?
I think Avatar's better written than most anime. I don't know about Korra sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes it is. Sometimes it isn't.
There was some scene control that I won't say scene control. Like, I guess you can say just overall, like, this character should have been doing this or should have done more of this. I guess that's where they went wrong. But I'm mostly talking about, like, I guess writing in sense of, like, dialogue, scene control, going from, place to place, how much screen time a character should get.
I guess.
Like, they know how to balance that shit out. I don't know. Maybe like, Japan thinks anime does it perfectly because maybe it's a cultural difference, perhaps.
Maybe.
But I don't know, man. It's difficult.
Right.
But personally, I personally believe that Avatar and Korra have better writing than most anime that I've seen.
I will agree with Avatar, but Korra maybe not. It's there with a couple good animes, but it's not like the best.
Yeah, I agree. There's some good moments, but it's not going to be a part 7.
You always have to slip it in there, don't you?
I do. I really do.
I'm reading Stone Ocean. Jesus Christ.
That's where you get your good dialogue from.
Everything came from Steel Ball Run.
Everything.
Even Evangelion came from Steel Ball Run, did you know?
It's a theory some may claim.
Araki secretly created Steel Ball Run when he was born.
That doesn't make any sense. I can't wait till you realize, oh, it's just a race. That's the name of the race.
But whatever.
Anyways.
I don't know. Avatar, I definitely think it has... The only thing that I'm conflicted with Avatar sometimes is that clearly sometimes they were aiming to be a kid's show, which I can't blame them.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly. I can't blame them.
It's like My Little Pony, it brought in more older kids or adults even. So
don't worry, you don't need to tell me that. I've seen it.
I'm explaining to your audience.
All right.
Oh.
Our audience of 3. That's probably where you close the video by now. Yeah, we're cool, guys. But yeah, I definitely see your point. I don't know. Again, like,
even though there's a large audience of older people that watch the show, it still had to be kind of marketed to younger people for its money.
Right, and I mean, that's kind of my general problem with, like, most cartoons nowadays. This doesn't just restrict to Avatar or Korra, which I guess they are usually so far I've seen they're the best to branch off from that. But, this applies to, like, Adventure Time, Steven Universe, Gravity Falls, like, all of those. Like, I could see them be amazing freaking shows if they just, like, weren't put under the pressure, like, we have to market to kids first.
Yeah.
Because I see these writers are amazing. Like,
that's
something.
A good moment.
The only show without, like, with censoring limitations is Ruby, as far as, like, in the West. Unfortunately, their limitations is budget. which kind of sucks because I'm pretty
Hey,
sure
it's getting better.
It's getting better.
October 22nd.
Don't worry, we'll have a podcast, guys.
Don't worry. We'll talk about Elsa.
I can't wait to see Michaela on screen again.
Oh boy. With her Red Riding Hood outfit, improved 2.0 edition.
I have to make another cosplay.
I mean, you could still go as like season 1 through 3, Ruby.
Yeah, of course I will. Don't be silly. I'm not going to throw that one away. Because people in the future are like, oh, who are you dressed up? I'm like, I am season 1 through 3 Ruby. Right? Okay.
Actually,
Tis I'm the original.
oh man, I hope someone goes as like season 4 Yang.
That one's so lame.
I hope they act bitter and depressed.
On Avatar though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Can we have a wheelchair Korra cosplay?
And then she just does one tear and you feel like the worst person on the planet.
I hope she stays in that wheelchair again.
Whoa! I felt bad for her. Like when Books 3 ended like that, I was like, what is that? Oh!
It's the Kaiji ending all over again.
Oh, boy, did that hurt. I agree with you.
Fucking A, man. I'm glad at least the difference is that we immediately went to the next season, so we didn't feel too bad afterwards.
Oh yeah, I felt off about the
Kaiji
Kaiji
ending.
ending.
Wheelchair a little longer.
She kind of did. She went to rehab.
Yeah, I mean, she kind of came back to like 3 years later.
Yeah,
she did her time.
There's a reason. Yeah.
She definitely did her time.
And then
but
left. Bye bye.
Well, she's the Avatar. She wants to help out, you know.
Actually, there's one thing that I definitely noticed in Legend of Korra. Remember how big of a deal fucking an Avatar was in like season in like Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh shit, you're an Avatar, man. You're gonna save the world. Fuck, man, you're gonna save everything. And then just no one gives a shit about Korra anymore.
No one. They actually sometimes hate her.
That's the problem with it. When you, it's just
I don't know. I liked it. It shows society was changed. It's just how that Korra had to adapt.
Like I understand it and I like it objectively, but subjectively, man, I'm like, man, I just miss that feeling like, yeah, she's the hero or he's the hero.
I liked it. It was interesting.
I missed that.
Yeah, again, objectively, I really like it. I think it's really cool that they did that. Subjectively, it kind of hurts me though.
It hurts me
I see
in
what you
general.
mean. Good thing I'm not a nostalgic fact, so it doesn't hurt me at all.
Can you imagine if like there's ever like a 3rd series and like they just like no one gives a shit anymore, like not even like monks or anything just care at all, like no one even knows.
That'd be
it's gonna be like fucking Percy Jackson or some shit, where like they just won't know and they just won't care until he actually does something.
And in the future, humans and spirits are starting to copulate.
Well, actually,
oh my god, man, we're totally gonna get Monster Girls now, are we? Give me that shit, man.
Guys.
Yeah.
I actually want to see if they ever make a 3rd one, the extinction of benders in general, because that does happen.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking about that. It's like, you know,
Because
finally we get
more. It technically benders and all that fun stuff was pretty much our past. And in some period between Korra and now, there was a time where all benders gone extinct, and platinum became a rarity. Thanks.
I can see the title right now. Zorton, the last bender.
What? That sounds stupid. I don't want to watch that.
I'm making a joke. Fucking hell, man.
I just want to know how it goes, in a sense.
Well, fuck, man. Like, how long will Korra live? Because Aang died early because, like, he got, iceberg problems and the fact that he got injured, like, super bad over his years. Like, on the leg and the back. Shit, man. How did he fucking do it?
Well,
yeah, he was, like, Vash all over.
The Avatar cycle doesn't exactly go away unless somebody gets killed in the Avatar state.
Yeah, no.
That has to happen, and that should be interesting. But every other bender in the world has to be either brutally killed or it gets pretty much inbreeded so many times with normal humans with absolutely no bending in their bloodstream that it disappears.
It's just like...
So,
I mean,
for benders? Jesus.
I mean, all I'm saying is just like how long it'll actually take for Korra to actually die, essentially, like naturally.
Maybe early 80s, if everything goes right.
Like, how long do waterbenders live on average? Like, at least these like good one. Like,
Years?
exactly. Like, fucking how old is
Guitar's still
Katara now?
kicking, yeah.
Yeah, Katara's like what?
82.
She was like 15, I think, by the end of season 3. So
She's like 85-ish, something like that.
Yeah,
About
she-
85.
yeah, approximately 85. It's like, fuck, man. So, like, if we're technically in the 1930s, 40s-ish, right around now, and if
Yeah.
Korra dies 80 years later, it's gonna be, like, 2010s already. Like, it's gonna be modern fucking day. That's implying if Korra actually dies on the mark. For all we know, maybe she could die early. Who knows? Maybe she dies in her
Yeah.
70s or 60s. Maybe she dies even later, like hundreds.
We
Like,
don't
well,
know
shit.
that.
There's literally... everyone's using the fucking Biden weapons now. It's all laser guns. People are fucking
Well, actually,
spirit
the
bending.
invention of pretty much guns per se is not exactly a popular thing in this era of Korra's. So there
Well-
will be an era where guns become a thing.
Eventually, they create a fucking cannon and attach it to a mech.
They made a mech.
They made a bastion.
At this
made a
point,
mech.
I don't see any fucking roofs on technology anymore. I'm waiting for someone to fucking space bend.
Well,
Like, fucking
well,
A,
There will
man.
be the invention of new benders. I wish, but
Atom bending.
I mean, Korra already made a feat of being the first Avatar to metal bend.
Yeah, she did.
Actually, she actually is pretty amazing with that feat, but that's about it.
Yeah. Oh man, dude, like, I don't know, like a third series could be kind of weird at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Because like, the only thing I would be like kind of down for is if like they make a series where the Avatar never knew they were the Avatar, and the audience never knows either. It's just like this takes place in the Avatar world, but we just don't know who the Avatar is, and then later you find out.
That
That
could be
should
interesting.
but it will only last for so long until it's revealed.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know the writers can go from there. I'm not saying it's going to be the whole plot point of the series, but you know, the writers can go from there. Like that'd be
And then
nice to see
something-
to mix it up.
And then something super big happens, and then the other 2 seasons have to focus on that season. Just like Korra.
Actually, some people don't realize they're the Avatar until they're like 16 or 17. So,
What are you saying? You fucking like Aang was like, well, not Aang. Korra was figured out when she was like super young.
yeah,
she was
but
like a
Avatar
toddler.
Roku figured out on his 16th birthday when the sages came to his front door and said, we got something to tell you, because it's tradition to tell every kid that we know that might be the Avatar are at this age that they're the Avatar. And then we give them these pretty stone and a glass of water and a jar of dirt.
And then you know like there's just like one stage like gleaming over the Avatar's shoulders like, and here for the lucky lady, and like hands him a condom. Remember,
What?
stay safe.
Good. Yeah, that's a good lesson to go by.
That's a wise sage. But yeah, again, like it kind of brings it back to what I was saying. Like even fucking Roku, there you go. As you said, even he got screen time and shit, and he's dead.
He wasn't
Yeah.
even important, and he actually has a personality.
Fucking A, man. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like Korra, just the only ones that really got like good screen time. Bolin
was Lan and Tenzin.
minus in season 1, because man, dude, season 1 was
A giant
Yeah.
love triangle.
It was
Bolin was super pushed out.
I will
Yeah.
give it
You know,
this,
there was-
the first book villain, Amon. He was terrifying at first. I
He
mean,
was
like,
the best
Oh, yeah.
one.
I didn't
He
know how
was-
he was doing it. It's just like, oh shit.
Yeah, he was the best villain, no doubt about it. I'll
The
even
third
go
book
as
villain comes second.
yeah, I'll go as far as saying that he's probably the best Avatar villain. Period.
I agree.
I'll even make that statement.
Azula.
Like again, Azula's pretty good. Azula's good, but I just think Amon's better because of his fucking presence.
Zuko is a villain, so.
That's a little rough on the patches.
Well, Zuko's actually a hero. He's the best hero.
I'm actually making a character that's slightly based off of Azula.
Yeah, again, Azula's a really good character, and that's what I say about Rivera. Azula is just a better Rivera, because at least Azula, you get to see more of Azula more than like I'm power hungry. Fucking like all we got is like, yeah, I'm power hungry, and I guess I have a relationship that I don't give a shit about. It's like, well, shit.
Oh yeah, Kavira. Ooh.
Yeah, that was my problem with Kavira. It's like,
what,
you're just an ass. Person? That's all you are. You're just an asshole.
She's scary, absolutely.
She's terrifying, and she knows how to kick ass. But that's
remember that one time where she threatened Volt, or who the fuck was that guy's name? Sorry for V. The adventure guy about the spirit vines. He didn't want to do it. He threatened to kill him. That was weird.
Yeah, right off the train tracks.
Yeah, she would've.
Vera would do anything, even kill her fiance, just to kill the
Because she doesn't care.
But it's fine though. She got in line in the end, in just a matter of minutes.
I hate that. Like, commit that she's bad and don't try to make me sympathize with her.
If you want to make a character good, we need to actually see the fucking process like they did with Zuko.
Yeah, don't bullshit it like she's all bad, but in one last second, no, she's not that bad. I'm like, that's just cheap.
I hate it when just any fucking show does that, period.
I know, right?
Agreed. I agree. Like, if you want me to make me believe they're actually good, there better be one good reason for this. They're doing all these bad things, or do subtle things to make them like, oh, they're not that bad.
Or again, what I said, it's like, do with Zuko, we see the fucking process. He went through fucking 9 merchants to be like, I don't know if I want to capture the Avatar.
Yeah, and that's why Zuko's the best character in Avatar. He's probably the one that developed the most.
He is probably the most developed character, yeah.
I never got to say my favorites. Fuck, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my fucking favorite is...
You have a favorite?
Yeah. What, am I not allowed to have one?
No, go on.
Yeah, I'm kidding. It's fucking Sokka and Eska. Eska, obviously, for obvious reasons.
Obvious.
But yeah, I've always liked Sokka. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Bolin's fucking awesome. They're definitely like the two, like, big comic relief characters in the show.
Sokka does it better.
I mean, they both do
Sokka makes me... I don't know, Sokka makes me cringe sometimes. So does Bolin. I don't know.
Sokka is more than just a comic relief. He actually... There was an episode where Sokka realized he was just the comic relief and he wanted to be more than that, so he took up sword training.
That's true, but then again, that episode didn't mean much because it's already been proven that he's already better because he's actually smart and thought of plans.
I mean, like, again,
but I see what you mean.
Was trying to replace him. It's just like, oh my gosh, please no.
As far as being a well-rounded character, I definitely like Sokka way more. But Bolin is more Sokka than Sokka. Like, what Sokka really stands for?
Bolin is basically Sokka, but stupider.
That's all he really is. He's just cute.
Yeah.
Bolin's just basically a stupider Sokka with way more charm sometimes.
Exactly.
He's cute clickbait. He's
but yeah, I'm not minding both characters. I love both fucking characters, man. They're both great.
I think we can all agree on that.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always liked Sokka from the beginning. I always thought it was kind of cool. It's like, hey, Katara, I'm so done with your bullshit.
No potty breaks.
And sometimes he was actually really done with your bullshit. There's times where he got super pissed at Aang, being like, fuck, don't do that shit.
And Aang was like, eh.
I don't know. That's why I really like Sokka. Like, Bolin never really called out any bullshit too much. He just said, like, you know, Mako, don't do that. And Mako's like, no, I have to.
I have to be an edgelord police officer. What?
I'd have to be an edgelord and look at my look for season 4. I mean, dear lord, his face.
Ew.
The cast makes me look better.
Can I just say, one of my favorite parts of all of Korra that was ever in the fucking show was that one part with Kia, Boomy, and Tenzin when they were arguing about Aang. That was one of my favorite parts because in any show, like Western show, anime, even TV series, debatably, like I maybe not TV series because they can go more in depth, but I've never actually seen 3 siblings arguing at once. Because I've seen 2 siblings argue before. Well, no, again, I'm talking about in media. That's exactly it. That's what I really like it. It was so fucking realistic, and I've never seen it anywhere else. You never see 3 fucking siblings arguing. I've never seen that.
And they were basically saying, like, man, Aang's a bad dad.
It is pretty close to real life 3 sibling fight.
I really like that.
But I wouldn't say it's exact, but it's close.
For those of you who don't have 2+ siblings, the way it always goes, it's there you go, Devin. The way it goes is like, what happens is that one says bullshit and the 2 gain up on them, but then the one that's getting attacked, they defend themselves by calling out the other person, and then they both gangbang that. And then the last person that didn't get mentioned, they start gangbanging that person. That's how it fucking works.
So this has happened to you?
Oh yeah, on multiple occasions. For the longest time, I only had 2 siblings. Up until I had 3. But yeah, this has happened to me on multiple occasions. I think it's fucking great that they did that.
It happens with me and 2 of my brothers whenever we're trying to play something. Because I had a better relationship with one brother than the other, just because we had more interest in stuff in that case. Yeah. So the other one kind of got a little envious and always was in a negative attitude, and we're just like, come on, seriously? You don't make it all terrible for the rest of us, and then it just fire clicked, and it just went insane.
You grabbed my individuality.
That was my favorite line in all of Korra. When the fucking guard goes up to the fucking like green-haired edgelord, it's like, you're suppressing my individuality.
You know what's amazing about that character? At first, I looked at him like he looks Skrillex. I'm like, that's edgy. Book 4, he got the great thing. That's even edgier. I was impressed. I was like, I'm proud of them.
How could you even get edgier? But he fucking committed.
He became a full-fledged edgelord. I'm proud of him.
The fucking time when Milo drew the fucking thing, it's like, you're showing yourself externally, but you gotta show yourself internally.
And Iki drew that kind of crappy drawing as you expect from a kid. He's like, wow, this is so good. It tells you the inside.
So dumb.
God.
Oh yeah, can I just say how much I love that fucking character that was a complete fucking loser that lived in his mother's basement?
Yeah.
I love that they did that, because they were just poking fun at just the fucking loser guy. Just like, no, you should couldn't do that.
It hit close to home.
Mouth guy.
Exactly.
Foaming mouth guy.
Boy, there were fucking memes in Avatar, though.
Cabbage man.
Cabbage. Now it's Cabbage Corporation.
They referenced it twice actually, technically, but the big one was once.
How do you make a Cabbage Corporation?
By selling cabbages.
You just get really lucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cabbages are on the market, don't you know, Michaela?
Well, no, it's just like, it's a really odd mixture of words. Kind of like peanut butter unicorn. It could exist, but it's just weird.
What?
What if like the cabbage guys are just like fucking Anna from Fire Emblem? There's just a whole bunch of siblings from them, and they're just merchants around the world just trying to sell cabbages.
Yeah, I want one and try true cabbage man.
So there's a Nurse Joy of Cabbage Men?
Yeah.
No, that's bullshit. I claim. I want only one true OG cabbage man, because he's gone through the bullshit. You know how many times that happened in Avatar? A lot. And he made a corporation. I'm proud of him. He did a good job.
He didn't let anyone fucking falter. Or who knows? Maybe he fucking died on his way, selling his last cabbage for once. But then his son is like, I'll avenge you, father. And he sold the most cabbages that no man has ever sold. And by that he made a corporation. True origin story of Cabbage Corpse.
I could take that. I would take that.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. So yeah, I kind of just maybe want to talk about a few characters that we didn't talk about, because I'm surprised we actually already went over fucking an hour. That's cool though. Yeah, again, I'll be cutting out a bit, especially like the really awkward pauses. But yeah, whatever. But yeah, we didn't actually go like in depth with Toph, because I really fucking love Toph. Like season 1 and no, Avatar and Korra, I fucking loved her.
Oh, that's where we divide, my friend. Toph and Avatar. Toph and Avatar's better. Toph and Korra is just a cranky old woman that I get mad about because she's so pessimistic. I'm even scared of her. Like I even think that's a bit too much. I'm like, come on, I'm pessimistic.
I just like it because she stayed with her personality, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
I guess so. But I don't know. It's just to a point like you're just too cranky.
I mean,
I think the one in Korra's alright, but Toph Avatar is best Toph.
No,
yeah,
easily.
I agree.
Because she had more screen time, of course.
Exactly.
And she was a bit more positive. And I guess she was a kid, but I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And here she's like, man, being a cop meant nothing. I'm like, oh.
Everything doesn't matter. Sometimes even my daughters, man, fuck.
Man,
even my husbands don't give a shit.
Oh yeah, she
man,
doesn't
I
give a shit
like
about her
kicking your
husband
ass, Korra. It's the best thing of my day.
Perhaps
Toph being a scumbag.
Toph went beyond pessimism. She might have gone nihilism.
Oh, I'm already there, and I'm even more. I'm disturbed by her.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always fucking loved Toph, especially like her whole gimmick with being blind. Like, it's fucking unique. I've always liked that.
I always loved that.
Yeah, she was. You're like, oh, she's super defenseless. Nah, she can kick your ass.
Actually,
really hard.
Just this morning, I was on Facebook, and there was this little picture thing, and it's like, this guy realized his daughter was blind, and one day he was crying about it. The daughter walks up and is like, "Don't worry, Daddy, I'll be strong, just like Toph." And I'm like, "Oh my heart!"
Oh my god, is she serious? Are you serious about that?
I'm not
That's pretty.
joking.
That's really sweet.
It's so heart-wrenching. Like,
That's the fucking best.
She deserves a pat on the fucking back. Also,
take her to Disneyland.
Yeah.
Take her
That's
to
really
Six Flags
sweet.
when she's older.
God, like the most awkward thing that I find with like people with disabilities is like, how can I entertain you or make you happy without offending you? Shit.
Podcast.
Huh?
Yeah, for blind people, it's just like, hey, you can listen to some music, podcasts,
But you know,
whatnot.
it's like sometimes it slips. It's like, wow, this state building looks amazing.
Ooh.
like it
Called
slips sometimes.
imagination, you dork.
Well, Hector, your first mistake was taking them to the magic show. I told you not to, but you were very insistent.
Whoopsie.
Blind people to David Copperfield.
I don't know. I mean, that's why I don't like talking to a lot of disabled people, because I feel like if I say something's gonna slip out that offends them, and I'm gonna hate myself for it.
That's
Don't
just
worry.
being discriminate. It's just like, hi, I'm a disabled girl now. I'd be your friend. No, thank you, bye.
Like, I'll try. I won't say I won't fucking reject them altogether. I'm just saying,
Right,
like,
that'd be rude.
I'm just saying, like, I don't want to, because just like, oh man.
What if I was
your
disabled?
Huh?
What if I was disabled?
Don't get me wrong. I like, of course I would still try to fucking like talk and shit, but I wouldn't like try to hang out too frequently unless you really want to. Unless you can handle my bullshit, you clearly say the bullshit and you're completely okay with it. That's when I know you're fine.
Somehow I am, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. If you can handle bullshit, yeah, I don't care. But if you're like, you know, even like too borderline sensitive, I don't want to do it because again, I just don't want to be a dick.
I see.
He doesn't want to walk around eggshells and accidentally break one. He's like, oh, I feel bad.
Exactly. You know what? You know what to say? You know who's really fucking cool?
What?
Fucking Iroh, man. Let's talk about Iroh and how great.
Iroh is the best.
Iroh's pretty good.
I found it fucking great that in Legend of Korra, he was just fucking Morgan Freeman.
Basically,
like, fucking
he was just there with Korra, being like, "Yo, what's up, Korra? I'm just hanging on the spirit realm."
I was so surprised. Like, I thought I was never gonna see you. Holy shit!
No, he was there. And he was even there in book 3 for 5 minutes. That was
kind of weird.
I don't care. It was amazing.
My God, like, what I like about I think the best part about Iroh that happened was like this was especially prominent in book 1 where apparently every firebender was a bad guy.
Yeah.
It's just like he was the one being like, you know what? We don't have to be dicks. I just want to hang out.
Let's drink tea.
Yeah, because I mean back then I thought he was more of a neutral character. Back then he's like, whatever happens. But like as the series progressed, he actually took more shit into action.
He's a part of the White Lotus, and he actually that's another thing I want to bring up. The White Lotus and Legend of Korra suck.
They're just there to be like, oh yeah, we're locking them up, guys.
Well, here's the thing. The White
It's
Lotus
fine. Nothing bad will happen.
Peacekeepers that really didn't fight a lot, but when they did, they were bosses. But when in Legend of Korra, they're more of like intense security guards.
Well, yeah, they gotta keep those guys locked up because it's the Red Lotus. I hate that they made. Go ahead.
Back then, you couldn't just be in the White Lotus, but now anyone could be part of the White Lotus, and it becomes a joke.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's more streamlined, but I see what I mean.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I still hate the existence of the Red Lotus, and they're just there.
They're no
one of the Red.
It's like, oh yeah, we're helping up to here, guys. We're doing things.
Yeah, we're the opposite version of the White Lotus because why not?
Yeah, at least it didn't do Black Lotus, or that would have been fucking stupid.
Yeah, that's true. Like, why'd you guys form? What do you guys believe in?
Actually, just the group in Book 3 was pretty awesome.
They were pretty cool with
skills. Aggressive airbender that could fly and suffocate people. A magma bender, a chick with water for arms, and Sparky
combustion bending.
Yeah. I mean, like their abilities themselves were fine. I just kind of wish, like, I don't know. I didn't like them too much as characters.
That's what I wish.
Shit, man, they died brutally.
Oh yeah, especially combustion chick
died terribly.
Like the fucking fire bending chick, her head fucking blew the fuck up. Shit, man. Whoa, what happened to the audio there?
Sue killed the shit out of her. She's dead.
Yep.
and then fucking
Mako shocked the waterbender.
Literally fucking electrocuted her to death. Shit, man.
And even if she was alive, the whole place was coming down. So she either died of avalanche.
Yeah. They were crushed.
Or they were crushed to death, or she was shocked to death. So she's pretty much gone no matter what.
Like, wow, that's a little extreme. Granted, the standards were set when there was a fucking a suicide homicide in season 1. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, the standards were already set, I suppose. People are dying in this fucking show.
That scene got to me in book 1.
It's one of the great
killed himself. It got to me. I'm like, man, I can't believe that happened in the kids show.
Yeah, straight fucking up. Oh yeah, you remember that Y7 rating?
The Y what?
That Y7 rating.
That I remember, right?
No, I'm just making it as a joke because, like, you know, TV rating.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched TV in years, so I forget.
Yeah, granted, me neither. I don't know. Is Korra rated Y7?
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I don't think so, because I think that'd be ludicrous.
Yeah.
I think it is, though.
For fucking A, man. You guys want to mention anything else, like, really big that you really, like, want to talk about?
How Tenzin's actually the best character in Korra?
Yeah, he's probably one of the better characters, yeah.
That moment, man, when he felt the shockwaves through his fucking goatee. You guys remember that scene?
You mean in book 3 when the guy got his 2. Shit? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen book 2.
Or was it book 1? One of the 2. Like there was someone ready to like ambush him and electrify him, but he sensed it because his beard was fucking shaking, and he quickly noticed he was behind him.
Now. I remember.
The most I remember about Tenzin was just his relationships with his kids and how in his relationship to his siblings and his and his with Aang, and I'm just like, I really like his like scene when it was just Iki and him hanging out with like the Bison book too. He's like, man, siblings and family's hard. And he's like, yeah, I know what you mean.
It is.
It was like really sweet.
Oh my fucking yeah! Tenzin was kind of like the part. He was like part Iroh and part smart Sokka. Like he was definitely like that fusion to kind of be the one there.
Yeah.
Which was fine. Oh yeah, fucking that scene that I really liked, the one with fucking Iki and the two guards.
Yeah, I remember because I told you how much I loved that scene. I love it because at first the guard's like, alright, we gotta make sure we're gonna give it to Corveria and we're gonna get the promotion, oh boy, oh boy. And then Iki was just talking like, man, my siblings suck. He's like, oh, what's the problem? And they just talked it out and they were just like, hey, let's have some snacks. I'm like, aw. Like, alright, let's...
It was the only time in fucking Legend of Korra where grunts were, antagonist grunts were humanized.
Yeah.
That's why I really like that scene.
Dai Li are crazy.
Yeah. But, like, that's the problem that I had with Korra, is that there wasn't a lot of humanization as there was in Avatar.
Yeah.
Because, like, even just, like, generic fire grunts, like, fire lord grunts, they were humanized sometimes. Like, I still remember that fucking scene in the fucking, the jail episodes. Like, when they were talking about, like, yeah, don't hook up with these chicks, they're crazy. Like, they were being all, like, they were fucking people, they were laughing and shit, and that kind of, like, it really brought things into perspective.
I remember the scene you told me where, like, when the, like, Zuko was just over there, comes like, hey, it's this guy's birthday. He's like, oh, the captain remembered my birthday. And it was like a firebender, and I was like, yeah, happy birthday. And they felt like, yeah, it's like, it was sweet.
Yeah, I really liked the one in the blimp.
Yeah, the blimp, that's right. Like, that didn't happen at all, of course, except for that one scene with the two guards. I was like, I wish that happened more. Because I like it. It shows that they aren't dicks, they're actually just doing their job.
Guys, I'm remembering King June from Avatar.
June.
She was the bounty hunter.
Oh yeah, the one with the really long hair. And
yeah, with the weasel that can smell.
Yeah.
Yes.
That weasel's adorable.
Her name was Nyla.
It's a wrecking machine.
And I think she was like they call it a shear shoe, I think.
Avatar animals are weird.
Well, they're half something, half another thing.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't
Turtle
wait
doves.
until we get like a part bat and part lion, because it's just gonna be like the bat's head and the lion's fucking body.
Oh my god, that looks so stupid.
Actually, normal animals like a bear are quite a rarity, actually.
That's true. They were freaking about
It's just
out
like,
that.
hey, he's having a bear, like a bison bear? No, just a bear.
Just a bear.
A buffalo
You know what they
bear?
should
Yeah.
do?
Just a bear.
What?
They should do a fucking dragon ant.
Dragon.
And it's just an ant with a dragon's head.
No, that would be really stupid. I don't like where you're going with this.
They're fire ants.
So dumb. Shit, man, my fucking dad just keeps turning up the music more. Like I can
Now
see,
can hear it.
I can see it in my fucking recording, like it's fucking popping up.
I can hear
Oh
it.
my.
Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna fucking tell him to like lower it down a little. So yeah, you guys want to like mention anything else?
No, I think we covered everything.
All right. Anything more to say?
Nah, I'm good.
I can't wait after I record this. I'm gonna be like, oh, I should have fucking said that. Damn.
Oh yeah, yeah. It always happens at once everything's done and say you're like, oh shucks.
It's usually like it's gonna be like this, and it's like, oh, that would have been fucking super cool to talk about, man. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah. So one thing that I really liked about just like this series is that it definitely tried to teach you lessons. Like it really did try, and it's not the generic
kids show.
And it's not the generic shit like, friendship is important, or work hard and you'll get you'll get what's the end, or it's okay to lose, especially with the Pokemon League, like shit like that. Had to slip that in there, but like this show fucking like it talked about like facing your fucking problems face value, like get in there and just fucking do it.
Balance.
Moderation, aka, I guess you can say in modern time. Always try to find a peaceful solution. It doesn't always have to go with like fucking violence. Which you can argue that's said with some series. The thing is that some series don't hold up to it. Aka, not necessarily a series, but Fire Emblem. I'm gonna teach everyone my peaceful ways by force.
Character. We'll do this podcast in 4 years. We're gonna I'm gonna do a script that I'll make a notebook of what I have to say, and I have a lot to say about that fucking face.
Yeah, for those of you wondering why we never did a Fire Emblem podcast, we're thinking about it. We're in the process. The problem is there's a few issues with a few of our podcast members trying to finish it. So whenever that happens, we'll do stuff, I guess.
I guess.
But yeah, coming back to Avatar, is like it's just really cool that they actually try to like slip all these little small lessons in. Because man, at this point, most shows are just fucking brain dead.
Yeah.
Like, oh, don't be a dick. Stay tuned. It's okay to fucking like pick your nose and your anus, so that's completely fine.
Oh boy.
I'm looking at you, chump.
I feel such relief.
But yeah, as a writer, I feel, or at least I claim to be, whatever you want to consider me. Like I feel like Legend of Korra and Avatar have definitely made a good impression on being like, this is how you do a big cast of characters, and this is how you make a dynamic world. As far as like any series that I've seen, this Avatar's world has probably been the most dynamic that I've ever seen. You see fucking characters from like season 1 you thought you'd never see again, and all of them actually do have an impact. The only other show that might do that pretty well is Full Metal, closest as it gets.
Yeah.
But even so, I would say Avatar does it just a little bit better, in my opinion. Maybe I'm probably wrong in majority, but that's what I personally believe. So, with all that said, would you guys want a third series, or do you think it's fine where we're like, you don't want anything else? That's it. We're done. I'm tired of this shit.
It's fine if it never makes a third, technically, series, but if there is, I'm willing to watch it, whether it's terrible or not.
Alright.
I don't want another series.
Alright.
4 is fine. If I feel like if there being a third series, it'll be worse than Korra, since I'm a pessimistic motherfucker. I'm like, Avatar is the best one. Let's just leave it at that, So don't make it. Leave one on a semi-alright note, Don't make it bad.
So, to end it off, what's your guys' favorite part about Avatar? Book 1, 2, etc.
All of them?
Oh, I know my answer.
Well, you have the floorboard.
Book 3 of Avatar. It was the most fun I had with this series in general.
Yeah,
all right.
Book 3 actually worked with Avatar, because that's when you got to know a little more about Zuko and stuff.
And Zuko's like the best character.
And you also met Toph.
No, well, Toph was in Book 2.
Was she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Midway through.
Right. Right, there were only 3 books in that one, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And my favorite is the Avatar Last Airbender movie. So, let's close it off.
Alright. Yeah, I like memeing.
About that.
I like memeing too. I love M. Night Shyamalan. He never made a bad movie. I claim.
But no, seriously, it's like book 2 because fucking Eska. And it's a good movie.
Is that
All
it?
of Avatar is great. Legend of Korra, all the books were
There's-
fine. I prefer 1 and 3 more.
Shit, I wanted to
My
talk about
favorites
May.
were 2.
May's great. There we go. I said it. I forgot to say that, but yeah, May's fucking great.
Yeah, from Avatar, yeah, she's great. She's one of my. She's the
Awesome.
waifu.
But yeah, book 2 was my favorite because it was more climactic and whatever. But, yeah, sorry for ending off on these weird notes, but man, this thing's getting long, and I don't want it to get too fucking long because I don't want to cut out shit.
Oh boy.
Alright, so, yeah, thanks everyone for joining us in this Avatar podcast that hopefully is recorded or posted soon enough. Once again, here's Devin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's Michaela.
Hello.
More of a goodbye at this point. And I've been Hector, and I'm glad everyone was here to watch it, and look forward to our never posted Fire Emblem podcast.
As I scream internally.
You guys have fun with that.
Yeah.
Have you ever played Fire Emblem, Michaela?
Lily.
Nope.
I don't think she has.
I only know Ike and Marth from Brawl.
If she has, if she played Fate, she would probably masturbate over to Kaden and Kaden.
Hey man, it's alright. Sometimes it's okay to fuck a dragon.
Hey, Korra's mom did it.